The narrative opens with an elderly woman falling downstairs, then flashes back to war reporter Kate Rafter in Iraq. Amidst explosions, Kate plays hide-and-seek with a boy named Nadal, but an incident occurs. Kate leaves Baghdad after her mother, Jillian, dies from a fall downstairs. She later confides in forensic psychologist Dr. Shaw about her nightmares and insomnia. Kate's relationship with her sister, Sally, is strained due to Sally's disapproval of Kate's dangerous war zone assignments and perceived neglect of her family. Sally may understand Kate's motivations. Kate returns to her childhood home after 10 years, driven by a difficult decision, with Paul, Sally's husband, providing support despite his reservations. The house floods her with childhood memories, and as night falls, anxiety and panic, particularly around the stairs, resurface. She is haunted by thoughts of Nadal, a boy she tried to protect in Iraq, feeling it's driving her insane. She notices a neighbor woman constantly watching her. Every object in the house pulls her into the past, prompting memories of her mother. Kate finds it difficult, later revealing to Dr. Shaw that she avoided visiting while her violent alcoholic father was alive, though she denies her current troubles are related to her childhood. Kate, questioned by Dr. Shaw about family, reveals closeness to her niece Hannah, now in Australia. While walking along the coast, an old man on the pier recognizes her. Joe, Hannah's ex-boyfriend, interrupts Kate's thoughts, recognizing her as Hannah's aunt despite never meeting. He expresses confusion over his and Hannah's failed plans. Kate, offering apologies, quickly ends their conversation. Meanwhile, the old man grapples with his emotions from seeing her. A child's voice then emanates from the adjacent house. Kate attempts to donate her old toys to a neighbor, but the woman, who was previously observing Kate, rudely rejects the offer, stating she has no children. Later, Kate meets her mother's lawyer with Paul, but Sally is absent. The lawyer reveals that Jillian bequeathed her house to Raystone, an individual unknown to both Kate and Paul. While Paul is disappointed, having hope for the house, Kate is relieved to be free of it. The text suggests Paul's family has faced difficulties since his daughter Hannah left 3 years prior. Sally's inability to work has been exacerbated by her worsening alcohol problems, leading to infrequent contact with her daughter, Hannah. Hannah, who has a long-standing contentious relationship with her mother, calls only every couple of months and is unlikely to listen to her stepfather's attempts to influence the situation. Meanwhile, Kate discusses her strange new neighbor, Frida, whom Paul identifies. Paul states Frida has no children, leading Kate to question what she might have heard. Paul suggests Kate's deep-seated emotional response to events in Iraq might be influencing her perceptions. Haunted by her past, Kate meets with her sister Sally. Sally reveals their mother blamed her for Hannah's departure and that Jillian was a terrible mother. Kate is confused by this accusation, prompting Sally to angrily state she knows Kate's true nature and actions. Sally expresses disbelief at their mother starting a romance after their father's death, whom Sally remembers fondly. Kate, however, describes their father as cruel. The conversation ultimately yields no resolution. Awakened by a nightmare, Kate discovers her mother Jillian's audio diary, revealing Jillian's recent memory issues. Observing a boy outside, Kate questions if she's haunted by past traumas or if her neighbor, Frida, is concealing something. Kate confronts Frida about the boy, leading to Frida threatening police action. Later, Dr. Shaw explains that the mind reprocesses painful experiences as a way to heal trauma. Despite this, Kate feels compelled to investigate Frida's house to ensure no child is in danger. Kate is tormented by guilt over her inability to protect Nadal. Haunted by visions of him, she confronts Frida, demanding the truth, leading to her arrest after Frida calls the police. Investigations reveal past complaints against Kate by colleagues during the Baghdad events. Kate defends her actions to Dr. Shaw, asserting that everything she did, including risking her own and others' lives, was justified as she was solely focused on protecting Nadal. A psychologist questions Kate about a recent attack, highlighting that no one saw Nadal with her, and she left the shelter against orders just before the incident. The psychologist then presses Kate to discuss the death of her brother, David, many years prior. Despite Kate's reluctance, she is restrained. The psychologist reveals that Jillian, Kate's pregnant mother, had asked Kate to watch David at the beach, but Kate became distracted and David drowned. Kate's father blamed both Kate and Jillian. Dr. Shaw suggests that Kate views Nadal and a neighborhood boy as embodiments of David, and that protecting other children won't bring her brother back, urging her to confront her past to break a vicious cycle. Released from custody, Kate asks Paul to drive her to Jillian's house to say goodbye to her birthplace. Despite Paul's reservations about Frida's restraining order attempt, Kate, still distraught over David's death, lingers on Frida's house before giving Paul Jillian's keys, embracing and leaving for Iraq, determined to return to work. In Iraq, while listening to Jillian's audio diary, Kate hears a boy's voice, startling her, but her group comes under immediate fire. Meanwhile, Sally's ongoing alcoholism, which caused conflicts with her daughter and led to her first husband's departure, continues to be a struggle she cannot overcome. After Kate goes missing in Iraq following a shootout, her editor Harry informs Sally of the news. Sally recalls her father's warnings to avoid Kate, fearing she would end up like David. Paul, Sally's husband, comes home to support her. Despite Kate being listed as missing, her death seems apparent. Sally, overwhelmed, leaves home to clear her head and is followed by Ray Stone. He approaches her, clarifying he doesn't want Jillian's house, a detail that was lost to Sally earlier. Ray recounts to Sally how he met her mother, Kate, on the day David died. He witnessed Kate, as a little girl, bravely but unsuccessfully attempt to save David from drowning. Ray insists it was a tragic accident, absolving both Kate and Jillian of blame. Sally is conflicted, as her father had always portrayed Kate as a monster. Ray further explains he met Jillian on the beach that same day and reconnected after her husband, Dennis, passed away. Jillian later entrusted Ray with the care of her daughters. Sally realizes her father's cruelty towards Kate and Jillian stemmed from his exclusive love for his younger daughter. She discards alcohol and begins group therapy. Kate is alive, having survived a shootout. Sally encounters Joe at her brother's grave. He's visiting his mother's and regrets his breakup with Hannah, who had changed before they split. Sally discovers a positive pregnancy test in Hannah's room. Paul reveals he knew about Hannah's pregnancy and her decision not to keep the baby, a secret kept from Sally due to her own struggles. As Hannah feared repeating Sally's unhappy experience with motherhood, a mother is distraught, unable to comprehend her daughter's lack of trust. Later, Sally receives a message from Kate confirming she is safe in returning, but needs to be believed. Upon Paul's return, his wife is gone. Sally, at Kate's request, goes to Frida's house, where Kate suspects a boy is held captive, possibly in the shed. Sally forces open a door, discovering a hidden basement passage. Descending, she finds not only a boy named Miguel, but also her own daughter, Hannah, sobbing uncontrollably in a room-like basement. Paul confronts Hannah, who screams hysterically. He reveals he killed Frida and intends to keep Hannah, whom he truly loved, along with their son Miguel, never loving Sally. A furious Sally attacks Paul, leading to a fight where she is gravely wounded. Paul also confesses to killing Jillian because she discovered his secret. His confession is interrupted by the sudden appearance of Kate, who he believed to be dead, leaving him shocked. Paul assails her. Hannah preserves Kate by ending his life. Together, they transport Sally to the hospital. Physicians strive to save her life. Dr. Shaw also arrives at the hospital to provide solace to Kate. Now the woman comprehends with certainty that she was not deranged and that David's demise was not her responsibility. Providentially, the medical professionals succeeded in stabilizing Sally. The sisters are brought together once more. Kate is prepared to relinquish the past and progress. Here's the conclusion. Subscribe if you relish this movie. Thank you for watching.